Welcome back to Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, everybody. I have left the safety of our cozy little Moogle home after getting our stamp, and we're going to continue on in the very, very long and complicated Conall Curach today. So I went ahead, I took care of the enemies that were outside waiting for me just to kill some time, shave some time off this video. Again, they didn't drop anything spectacular, they just dropped money mostly, which is what I've been finding a lot. No new enemies or anything like that, so you didn't really miss much. And we'll be continuing on, and we'll hopefully be able to finish this stage in this video, and then maybe we can fit in the boss battle, I don't know, but we'll have to see. From here, you can go right. Once I take care of this flaw blocking my way, thank you. You can go right, and then it gives you the option, it gives you a four-way option. You can go up, right, or down. We're gonna go down first. Get this chest. Like, you don't have to go very far to get it, which is really nice. And then it's completely up to you what you'd like to do. The upper and the right path loop into each other, but I kind of prefer to go right first because there's more treasures you can pick up along the way. You can get this one, for example, which is just pretty much staring you in the face, and then you can also get this one as well, which again is pretty much staring you in the face. I can't use those gloves, which is kind of unfortunate. So I choose to go that way first, and then when you get to this point, you can go right or up, and this is when I choose to go up. Now I forget, did I pick up, I know I picked up another life spell. Did I pick up, okay, I did. I picked up a blizzard spell, so I'll be able to form gravity if I need it. So I don't need to pick up that blizzard stone. I'm gonna go up first because, like I said, the right and the upper path loop into each other. I'm gonna go pick up some more chests. Go right at that fork. Come on back. Go left. Kill some more enemies in our way here. Good thing the Flons aren't dangerous, they just cast slow, which is just more of an annoyance than anything else. And if we follow the path, find two toads, which is annoying. Oh, I completely missed. That was awesome. Sweet. Because I love missing. That makes my life complete. Die. I take quite a beating though, and it's kind of weird because I have a really good weapon too. I mean, my weapon and my strength stats are pretty good, but these enemies are just giving me a really tough time. Again, I don't really have to defeat these, but this toad looks like he's kind of in the way, so focus attacks work a lot better. From this point, you can again go left or up. Now, if you go up, you'll be able to get a chest with another artifact in it. I'm going to completely ignore you, Saigons. I've had enough of you. And then if you go to the left, you'll actually loop back around, and we'll go back to that path that I took earlier on to get those chests instead of coming this way. So it's kind of nice because they loop into each other. I think maybe coming up and then going around is a little bit faster, like doing it in the reverse order I did it, but I always did it the other way, so that's just the way I did things and what I was comfortable with. So either way works. It's not like any other, it's not like one is more challenging than the other or anything like that. So now all we're gonna do is just kind of loop around and actually continue on. But there's just so many friggin' enemies in my way. It's like, go away. Thank you. Another fire spell if you need it. I think I mentioned earlier, and if I didn't, then the boss is pretty weak to fire. If you're a magic user and you choose to use magic, you can use fire on him if you'd like, or you could just pick it up to fuse, which is another option. So now we're back here where we pretty much started this video, so again we're just gonna go to the right again and pretty much just continue on from here. So nice and peaceful when it's completely empty. There's like no enemies in your way or anything. It's really, really nice. And when you get to this point, when you get to this fork, what you're gonna want to do is take a left and keep coming on down this way. and we'll get more chests. Now this is annoying because this path is just here to pretty much take up a lot of your time because they extended this path so far. It's ridiculous just to get a few treasures. Now this first treasure here is actually relatively close, although I can't pick it up. Although there is some stuff in my inventory I can't use. Like this, for example, the lion's soul is for Lilties. I cannot use that. I'm sure there was something else in here I couldn't use as well. I saw something I picked up. Was it gloves that I picked up? I think it was gloves, which again is for Lilties and I can't use it. Yeah, lightning gloves I can't use, so I probably can't use this either. Mithril belt. Okay, never mind. I can use that. That was generous of the game. Finally give me something I can actually use. So that chest isn't too bad. I mean, that's pretty close to where you start, but this next chest you pretty much have to follow for a long time. And I find Mog will get really tired here following me as I'm running, but at the same time I don't want to stop running because it just slows things down. Although I guess I could carry the chalice for him for a little bit, just so he's not so tired all the time. It's kind of nice because there's not really that many enemies on this bridge, because they do make you follow it for so friggin' long. Let's have him take that the chalice for us. And here we go, finally, at the very end of this area, nearly. Still got a little bit longer to go still. This is the end of that walkway, start of a new one, hooray! Again, you have to defeat this hell planet, which is annoying. The game just did that just to be cruel. They're like, oh yeah, you have to destroy these enemies or else you won't be able to get through. It's like, thanks game. Alright, so this should be actually where we're able to go ahead and get that chest. You can see it in the corner. The enemies in this area are very treacherous, so be careful. This enemy here is the Abaddon, I think is how you pronounce that, and we haven't actually seen him yet. We would have seen him if we went back to Taida, but he's a flying enemy and he's very strong if you don't use gravity. When I was a kid and I went back to Taida for my second cycle, he got me every single time, just because he's so overpowered when he's completely powered up in the air. He doesn't stay stunned for long, but I recommend taking the time to go ahead and, you know, keep bringing it down to earth and then hitting it, because it's a very big, very menacing enemy. So this part of the swamp is where you'll find them. I think there's only 3 or 4 of them in this entire world, and they're all here. I'm gonna skip them for now, again, just for a time thing. But if there's a specific drop you were looking for, they might have it. And you can see they hit very hard, which is also very annoying. So let's get this, which I think is our last artifact. Let's get the hell out of here and get to our last screen and actually finish up this world, which will be awesome. Let's go ahead and eat something because I don't really have the time to cast Cure. It takes up too much time right now. And let's go ahead and get the hell out of here and leave. Goodbye. Oh crap. Oh, for a minute there I thought he was blocking the way and I was like, no, not now, I don't have time. Now Mog's tired and I don't have time for this, Mog. I was just carrying it for you. You're so annoying. I really wish this game would have introduced, I don't know, like some sort of stat boost for Mog. I always thought that was something that they could have added just to make the game a little bit easier on the player, especially in single player mode. Because in multiplayer mode you can have one of your party members carry it for you and the other 3 attack, or if you're playing with 2 people, one of you can carry the chalice and take turns. But in single player it's like you only have to depend on Mog, and he's a whiny little biatch about everything, so yeah, that doesn't help matters much at all. Let him carry it, they'll be slowing me down. But those are the only 2 chests that we needed to get. Like I said, they make you go out of your way to get that last one. It's very annoying. But now we can move on to our 3rd and final screen and get this place finished. Probably will take me close to 30-35 minutes, which is just crazy. We're almost there though. Alright, moving on to the final area. Alrighty, last leg, guys. I think we can do this. Again, the layout's not any different. Love the music for this place. It's very strangely kind of like tranquil, which is kind of weird because this area like is just not really that tranquil. But anywho, these guys here, the Stone Saigons, these were in that big mob of Saigons I said to ignore because they're a bunch of jerks. These guys, though, if you use gravity on them, I do believe it takes out about half of their HP. And it really helps you. You can see I'd only defeated him about 4 hits because I used gravity first, which is kind of one of the unique things about those Stone Saigons. There are very, very few enemies that actually do that, if any, actually. That's not a flying enemy where you can actually use gravity on them and cause a lot of damage. Oh boy, okay, this is the Behemoth, or, you know, however you pronounce that word, Behemoth. You know what I'm talking about. He's very annoying because he'll hit you from a very, very long ways away. So he can hit you with his tail like that. He can light you on fire. He also has the ability to use his ice. He usually has the ability to use ice on you as well, which is also very annoying. Fortunately, what you can do was what I just did, and you can lure him to the bridge where he can't hurt you. Unfortunately, I do believe the Saigon can try to hit you from here, but he's not very effective over here. You can keep luring him out when he starts to go back if you want to get him hit very, very easily and very, very cheaply. I don't remember off the top of my head what he's weak to. It'll say in the bio, but I don't really remember right now. But magic's probably the best kind of thing to use against him, I would assume, because it's kind of better to keep your distance with him. Because as you can see, the closer you get, like the more he's gonna want to use his tail on you, which is very unfortunate and very annoying. So I usually try to lure him out here and be really super cheap and just use focus attacks. There's not always going to be a bridge though, of course, so you got to be really, really careful with how you act otherwise. Now luckily they drop really, really good stuff. Golden ore, which we've never seen before until now. This is auriculum, and later on I think that's what's needed to make like the best equipment in the entire game. So that's kind of a bonus. They're annoying to beat, but once you do beat them, they give you some good stuff. So there's no chest in that first area, and we're running into ghosts now. So again, this is another reason that you'll want to have holy, because you'll run into ghosts, which we have seen in Goblin Wall. They're the exact same thing. You need to be able to cast holy to make their bodies visible, and then you can go ahead and you can attack them. What's really annoying about this area is that they put all of the very, very difficult enemies at the end. They put all these guys here, so you have to, you know, go through the trouble of making them visible. They put the Behemoths in here. You don't see them anywhere else except for this last leg of the stage, and they're very, very difficult to beat. You know, so they just really pile it on you, quite honestly. Phoenix down. I might actually take that. I don't think I really need it, but it might help me out. There we go. Pick up this too. Blue silk. That area over there to the north doesn't go anywhere. As you can see, it's kind of just desolate. I mean, it does go somewhere. You can go to the area. What am I saying? This area is one way to get to the area we were going. However, this is an alternate route. You can keep going the way we were going with the treasure, and it'll bring you to the exact same area. So it's completely up to you. I guess I just wasn't thinking it went anywhere because it goes to the exact same place. So, I mean, if you're already going one way, don't bother like turning around to go another way because you're kind of just wasting your time then. And I just let myself get boxed in. That was incredibly stupid of me. Because now I'm in trouble. So now I have to pretty much try to kill them so I can escape because I'm boxed in and I can't move. That is the worst possible thing you can do. Obviously, in pretty much any game, that's just common sense. Do not ever let an enemy push you into a corner to the point where you can't get out. That is not a smart idea. I was not thinking, apparently. I was just being dumb. These flawns here, these are dark flawns, and these are the exact kind of situation. You have to use holy in order to make their bodies visible, and until then you won't do much damage. They're kind of like the regular flawns. They do slow spells and they try to hit you, and overall they're not very dangerous. They are very annoying if you don't have a holy spell though, so no chests there. So we're gonna keep moving on here. Go ahead and kill this ghost. Die! There we go. At this fork, you want to take a left first and then south to get this chest. And again, more equipment. I don't know what this world... I don't know what is with this world and equipment. Like, they just love giving you all sorts of equipment, which is kind of nice. But it'd be nice if we could use any of it. A master's weapon, which is what we have. It's useless. Up there, as you can see, is a dead end. There's nothing over there. So, continue on and go north. Keep going this way. Like, this area right here would be terrible in multiplayer. You can see how it's sinking. If there was 4 of us on this bridge right now, we would suffer damage because I guess the water in this area is also not really poisonous, but it's got lots of miasma in it. So you'd actually take damage, which again is also just very, very annoying to deal with. More ghosts. Go ahead and try to take care of them. It's also kind of annoying because you kind of have to defeat them. They're like really in your way unless you kind of draw them out, which again is just something I don't really desire to do. So yeah, when you get to this patch of land here, if you kind of walk along the coast, you'll find this little kind of, I like to consider it like a dock with a treasure chest in it. It's really, really easy to miss, so I would just follow like the water line until you find it, just so you don't miss it. Lightning gloves, again, I cannot use those. What is with this world? It hates me. And at this point, we're almost at the boss, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to skip the rest of the enemies, because this would take too long. There's lots of Behemoths, as you can see. They're just going to get annoying. Lots of Saigons, again, very annoying. There's a craft there that I can probably pick up. This craft is mithril armor. We've gotten a lot of that so far. I don't know why the game just loves giving that to us. That's the only chest around that area. So if you continue on, we can spot that chest over here. Please don't hit me. There we go. And these are the only 2 chests that are kind of in this vicinity of land. Not counting the one that we saw on the dock there. So now all we can do is run away from these guys. Na 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 boo boo. Of course I can't run away because Mog is being trapped by the behemoth. Thank God he moved. And then this little patch of land here is going to be our last little bit of land before the boss, which is awesome because I cannot wait to get the hell out of this place. Defeat one last hell plan for good measure, and then I think we're about ready to close up this video and start the boss in the next video, which again is we're gonna have to do in the next video because there's just no way I'm gonna be able to fit that into this this video. So on this dock here, going north will bring you to the boss, and if you come this way and you go east, there's one last chest for us to get. And this is the last chest of this area. So that's going to be about it for me, guys. This, again, is a very, very long video. But we're done with the stage. All we got to do now is the boss battle. So I will prepare my command list, and I will see you guys in the next video when we take on the boss of this area. So thank y'all so very much, and I will see you all next time.